Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with your best bets for Game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday, June 8, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions, as always. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. You guys absolutely rock. Let's have a huge day today, or rather, well, in the coming days here in the NBA. I'm recording this early. Friday, June 6th, we are putting this out. So super excited for that. So you guys got a couple days to soak it in, get after it, and make this loot here on Sunday here in the NBA. Like I said, looking forward to Game 2. Game 1 did not disappoint. Tyrese Haliburton hit the game winner with less than a second to go, and obviously that helped us out a lot as far as we didn't even need that. We cashed on the spread, obviously, but let's do a quick recap from game number 1. How did we do? We ended up going 2-1. Very solid day, plus 0.87 units. So a great day there in game 1 there for us. We cashed the Pacers plus 9.5 spread. Obviously, they won straight up, and we had like an extra 10 points to work with, so you can't be mad at that. Obviously felt great about that. Yeah, they've just been consistent, guys. They've been doing the same things the whole postseason. They've been just competing. Even when you think they're starting to fall out of it, they compete in the fourth quarter, get back into it, and get back into the game, obviously. And then the heroics that they pull at the end of these games is just absolutely wild sauce. But it's been happening. It's been continuing to happen. And I have a hint for you. I hinted at it in the first video. We're likely going to be taking a very similar play in game number 2. We'll touch on that here in a minute. We also cashed Pascal Siakam over 29.5 PRAs for minus 104 value. So that was obviously a very nice cash there. He finishes with 32 PRAs. A little bit tighter than I wanted to see, but he does end up getting there. And then Chet Holmgren over 27.5 PRAs, not even close. Did not get the minutes that we wanted to see. Played just 24 minutes, finished with 12 PRAs. Yeah, definitely not what we're looking for, guys. We're definitely not going with Chet in game number 2 as far as it's over. So, spoiler alert. As far as our comic cappers though goes, we had a couple good calls. We had Free Thinker calling Tyrese Haliburton's under 17.5 points and his over 4.5 rebounds, both those cash. And he said the Pacers team total under 111. It landed at 111, so that was actually a push. So technically he went 2-0-1 on the picks he put out in the chat. And then Laerick called Tyrese Haliburton under 17.5 points. Obviously that cashed as well. So great call outs there from our comic cappers, guys. Well done once again there in the chat. Like I said, let's have another big day here today in the NBA. One quick thing I'll say to you guys, just check out the pinned comment description. If you guys are interested in any links here around the channel, merchandise, membership, and our social media links as well. All that's down below in the pinned comment and the description. All the links that you guys need. Membership is just $3.99 per month. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early, which obviously could be an advantage if you guys are looking to get that. Outside of that, though, guys, it is time to get after it. Let's get right into our picks here for today. At number 1, we're switching gears a little bit here, guys. We're going Andrew Nembhard. Over 19.5 PRAs here for the Indiana Pacers. We're going minus 112 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. Really like this look on Nembhard, guys. This was the guy I really overlooked in game number 1. And actually, thanks to my buddy Gotta Get the Bag, I looked at a couple of these guys. I'm like, man, how did I miss these guys in game 1? Nembhard, and then we'll also have another guy that's different as well. But really like Nembhard, guys. He's hit this over in 6 of his last 7 games versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, including 24 PRAs in game number 1. So obviously love seeing that. He cleared this pretty easily in game 1. Last 5 games, he's averaging over 32 minutes and 16% usage with those metrics this season. With 32 minutes and at least 16% usage, he's a perfect 12 for 12 to this line on the season. So obviously we'd love to see that. You can't do it any better than that. So really love it. They're still leaving his line at 19.5. I think this is great value that you're getting here. Obviously we saw him play the average 32 minutes in game 1. And the Pacers were a plus 11 with him on the floor. That was one of the better ones on the team, obviously with Tyrese as well. So expect him to play the minutes once again. He's obviously a big part of what they do. I expect him to get 30 plus minutes and get about the same usage. He didn't even shoot the ball well in game one, and he still hit this over easily. He was just 4 for 11 from the floor, so he could definitely improve off of that, and obviously get a couple more perimeter shots to go down there. So he definitely left some meat on the bone as far as that goes. I definitely think he could be due, obviously for a better scoring game, which is really why I like to take his PRAs here. I think he could really fill up the stat sheet here in game 2. And if you guys haven't watched the postseason with the Pacers have been killing it in game 2s, guys. They've been killing it all postseason, and they're still being disrespected pretty largely in this one. We'll touch on that here in a minute. But obviously, this is a great spot here for Nembhard once again to go over. Like I said, the 32 minutes of game 1, love seeing that, and I love that he was a plus 11 on the floor. That's likely to continue. You kind of got to predict the trends of the series as far as what adjustments coaches will make. Nembhard's minutes is not one of the adjustments that the Pacers coach will make as far as lowering his minutes. You're going to want this guy on the floor. He obviously played great. You're going to want to try and take game 2 if you can. Obviously, this is a spot where the Pacers can take a stranglehold on this series. And I actually think they're going to have a good chance again. They've been proving it all playoffs, so why not again as far as with them. But love this look today on Nembhard. Love it there for number 1 pick. We got Andrew Nembhard over 19.5 PRAs here for the Indiana Pacers. Going minus 112 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going with the Indiana Pacers plus 11 spread here versus Oklahoma City Thunder. We got minus 108 odds here on DraftKings. I told you guys in game 1, if the Pacers covered for us and they left this line about the same, we're going to take it again. Well, not only did they leave it the same, they actually gave us a couple extra points. Remember, we had plus 9.5 in game number 1? We have plus 11 here, and for minus 108. What are we doing? The Pacers won straight up in game 1. They won the game outright, and we still had an extra 10 points to play with. So, once again, my promises are the same. The Pacers have been competing all postseason long. They're 7-2 on the road in the playoffs straight up. So, not only are they covering, they're winning on the road in the playoffs. And they've been winning when they don't expect them to win. Game 2 versus the Cavaliers, this spread was like the same. It was about an 11-point spread, I remember, between the Pacers and the Cavs. And what happened in game 2? The Pacers came out and won that game as well. Ended up boat racing that series and took off. So why are they getting so much disrespect? I don't know. I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder have been that team all season that have been predicted to win the NBA Finals. It's no surprise they're here. They were like minus 7 or minus 800 favorites to win the finals before this series started. Now they're like minus 380 or something like that. So they're still big favorites. I mean, obviously, I know Oklahoma City's great, guys. I'm not even saying that they don't win game 2. But I'm saying 11 points? What are we doing? That's crazy. For any finals matchup, most finals matchups, a 10-point spread in the finals is wild to me. Or an 11-point spread in this case. It's just too many points. If this was 5.5 or 6.5, obviously I probably wouldn't be on it, but 11 is just a little bit too wild here. I think the Pacers can cover the spread. And to be honest, in game number 1, guys, the Pacers didn't even really play their best game. They committed 19 first-half turnovers, so they really played a terrible first half, and we're still competing. We're still there because their defense played well enough. And they were able to slow the Thunder down in transition. The Thunder really didn't convert a lot of those turnovers into points. So like I said, there's a lot of meat on the bone here. Obviously, the Pacers could play a lot better than they did in Game 1, particularly in that first half. Which, whether they do or don't, I think they'll play better than the 19 turnovers. I think now that they're adjusted, they made adjustments in the second half. They played much better in the second half. I think you're going to see more of that. I trust the experience and the coaching of the Pacers a little bit more. Obviously, the Pacers have more experience with this team, led by Siakam. You got T.J. McConnell, Miles Turner, a 10-year vet. And then Coach Rick Carlisle, he's been around forever. Obviously, he's got all the experience here, the big edges, and he's been pushing the right buttons all postseason. So, like I said, are we taking the Pacers to win the game? I think it's worth a sprinkle for what it's worth. However, I'm taking the spread because I think they'll definitely cover this 11-point spread. I think they'll get it done. We've seen what they've done in Game 2s. When you expect the team that they just beat in Game 1, you expect them to bounce back and boat race them in Game 2. It just hasn't been happening. So both the Cavs and the Knicks fell down 2-0 at home to the Pacers. So won't be surprised if it honestly happens again, but I think the Pacers definitely cover. Love it there for number 2 pick. We got the Indiana Pacers plus 11 spread here versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 108 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, we got Lou Gwen's Dort over 15.5 PRAs. Minus 110 odds here on DraftKings, guys, risking a unit here. Guys, Lou Dort, 8 for his last 8 versus the Indiana Pacers to this line with no less than 20 PRAs in each game. He had 20 PRAs in game 1. Obviously played pretty high side of minutes there in game number 1, which you like to see. Averaging 32 minutes and 12% usage over his last 5 games here in the postseason. With those metrics, he's a perfect 15 for 15 to this line on the season. So if he can just hit his averages here, we're going to feel pretty good about him obviously hitting his over here. This is a really reasonable line. We saw Lou Dort in game number 1 fire up 9 threes. He took 9 3-point attempts. He only took 10 shot attempts, but 9 of them were from 3. Obviously, that's what we'd prefer because you're going to get the most amount of PRAs from the 3-point line. But I also see a big upside here for him in rebounds and assists. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of those in game number 1, but I do see a big upside here for him. With this being a fast-paced game, I think he could definitely get a few more rebounds here than he did. And obviously, I don't think we can rely on him hitting 5 threes like he did in game number 1. But like I said, I think he'll have more rebound and assist opportunities, particularly the rebounds. And hopefully he can just knock down a few threes to get us within range here. But I think he's a guy that the Pacers have to continue to kind of leave with what SGA is doing. You got to worry about Jalen Williams. Lou Dort could definitely get forgotten about here. I could see him getting some open looks like he did in game number 1 there, and being able to hit this over. So obviously, I love his average metrics. What he's done to the line on the season. With those metrics, you love seeing that. Perfect is perfect on both of our PRA bets here. Lou Dort, Andrew Nembhard are both perfect to the lines with their average metrics over the last 5 games. So I like that personally. I think we saw him really go above his metrics in game number 1 there for Dort. Going above his minute count. With closer to 37 there. So I think once again, you'll see him play in the 30s for minutes. And, his usage should be right about there. I would say he's going to get some 3-point looks. And obviously he's been shooting the ball great. He's one of the better 3-point shooters in the league. So that's definitely a look I don't mind as well. You could definitely look at his 3-point prop. I think that's also a very solid look as well. But really love Lou Dort today, guys. Love him to go over. Love it there for a number 3 pick. You got Luke Dort over 15.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Going minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers, like we mentioned. Appreciate all of your guys' support. We are winding down the NBA season, and hopefully we can do it in style. And obviously, I hope you guys enjoy the content and you guys have some fun watching the finals, and obviously bet your money carefully, but enjoy the games, enjoy the finals. This is obviously something we've never seen. 2 small market teams here in the finals, kind of exciting to watch here with the Thunder and the Pacers. Obviously one of these teams is going to win the chip, and it's definitely exciting to see. So appreciate you guys. Let's have a big day. Other than that, that will do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great weekend, and we will catch you guys all back here for Game 3. Also, check out our Major League Baseball Best Bets video as well. Outside of that, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.